having this audio issue? If not, then please write all okay so that I can continue the session. Is everyone having this audio issue? Vartika ma'am and Aksh sir, please rejoin the session because all the rest are writing all okay. So do rejoin the session once if you are facing any kind of issue. Okay, let's start. So this is our orientation class of your increment batch of IE IFS. Okay, this is the first class in which we will be discussing the orientation about your paper. Okay, so first of all, before moving forward, the major important part of the JAIIB is that the registration date have been changed by IIBF. The registration date earlier was 1st of August, but now it have been postponed to 6th of August. I guess every one of you have seen this notification. This is the notification that IIBF have given us, in which it have been defined that the registration of JAIIB will start now from 6th of August 2024, which was going to be start from 1st August. It have been said that the registration will start from 6th of August. So the date of registration have been changed, but there is no changes in the examination date. Okay, Vartika ma'am, please rejoin the session because everyone is not having the same issue you are having. So rejoin the session once. So from 6th of August, our registration is starting, and you can see here, these are the important dates that you all have to remember, right? First of all, from the 6th of August, registration is starting, and I would love to inform you all that do make sure as soon as the registration starts, you register yourself for JAIIB, because there is might a tiny chances that when you do register yourself first, then the chances is there you will get the venue as well as the time slot of your paper as per your wish. Okay, as per your convenient, you can appear. Obviously, you will give your choice. So there is a slight chances that you will get as per the center and as per the time slot you want for your paper. But there is no guarantee of that. In this paper in June 2024, IIBF have done something new. That is, for every paper, venue was different. Like for 2 paper, venue was 1, and for another 2 paper, venue was changed. So, but still, do make sure you register yourself once it starts. Then these are the very important part that you have to remember. The JAIIB exams are starting from 20th of October. The first paper will be of your Indian economy, Indian financial system. Second paper will be on 26th of October of principles and practices of banking. Third paper will be on 27th of October without any gap after PPB. That will be accounting and financial management for bankers. And the fourth paper will be there with the gap of 14 days. Okay, that is on 9th of November. That is your retail banking and wealth management. So one thing I want to tell you all, do listen it very carefully. When you are starting your preparation for JAIIB, go for 3 papers right now. The first is IE IFS, the second is PPB, and third is AFM. There is no gap between PPB and AFM paper, you can see here. And you can start retail banking after your AFM paper because you have a 2 weeks gap is there. So, but yes, it's not like right now you can totally ignore the RBWM. What you have to do, you can check the YouTube sessions of 1 hour of RBWM, which is going on regularly on JAIIB CAIIB English Medium channel. Vishal sir is taking these sessions. So do make sure right now you follow the YouTube sessions of sir and try to understand the subject. But the time more you have to allot to the RBWM after you clear your paper of AFM. Clear? So right now it is very important that we focus on these 3 subjects: PPB, AFM and IEFS. Okay, out of these 3 papers, the toughest paper you will find is of Indian economy and Indian financial system. The toughest paper you will find will be of Indian economy and Indian financial system. Second thing, the toughest syllabus you will find to cover will be of PPB. Okay, so do make sure you give time according to the requirement of the subject. Now, next thing, if you guys have any doubts regarding how to prepare or something else, you can ask in the comment section. Okay, always. Okay, so those who are watching us on YouTube, you can also ask your questions here because I'm checking your comments as well. Okay, let's start. So these are the 4 subjects. As you know, the paper 1 is Indian economy, Indian financial system. It's a subject which have been added in the May 2023 paper, and this, since then till now, the 3 paper have been conducted of IEFS, and all the 3 paper was toughest in comparison to the other 3 subjects of your JAIIB. Okay, so obviously this is a subject in which we have to be more focused. Second paper will be of your principles and practices of banking. It have a huge syllabus. Like PPB individual book you will find is of a 1000 pages. So it have a huge syllabus, but somehow it is related to your day-to-day working. So you find the subject very easy to understand, but it have a huge syllabus. So we have to allot more time to prepare the PPB. Okay. Then next we have, that is paper 3, accounting and financial management for bankers, and the paper 4 will be retail banking and wealth management. So I will be taking care of PPB and IE IFS, these 2 subjects for all of you. Okay. Now next, if we talk about the pattern of examination, you can see MCQ pattern questions will be there, 100 questions will be there. How many questions will be there? 100 questions will be there, and the time will be given to you is 120 minutes. It means 2 hours. In 2 hours, you have to attempt the 100 question. And it seems like an easy task, right? But the problem is, now the pattern of question IIBF is asking are little tough, and as well as they are very lengthy. They are asking a lengthy questions, as well as they are asking what? They are asking for the statement-based questions. So the paper now is a time-taking paper. Earlier, the one-liner questions used to come, but that's not the scenario for present. So we have to focus on the practice also. And we have to give the full and mock test of 2 hours, so that we will find that are we capable of easily covering all the 100 questions by reading the question and option and then attempting the question. Okay, this is very important. Now, next we have the passing criteria. Now, in the passing criteria, a lot of bankers are very confused. Like, I have cleared the paper. Now, once they come back from the by giving the paper, after giving the paper, they keep asking this question: I have this marks, I have cleared the paper or not? I have that number of marks, is I have cleared the paper or not? So these kind of confusions are very much in the bankers. So first of all, do remember there are 2 criteria. The first criteria says that the minimum marks for each subject should be 50 out of 100. Okay, we have a paper of 100 marks, and it have been said that you have to have 50 marks out of the 100 marks minimum. This is the first criteria. This is what? This is the first criteria. In each subject, you need 50 marks to clear the paper. Second criteria is that candidates have to get at least 45 marks in each subject, plus aggregate 50% marks in all subjects. This is the second criteria, aggregate 50% marks in all subjects. What does it mean? Let's understand. Let's say, for example, I am going for a paper of JAIIB, right, in October. So I have 2 choices, first and second. The second choice is saying if you want to clear the paper of JAIIB in single attempt, all the 4 subjects, then in each subject, minimum 45 marks are required. I can write here to clear JAIIB. This is to clear JAIIB in one go. Okay, like all 4 papers. In one go, if you want to clear all the 4 papers, this is the condition you have to follow. That minimum each subject should be 45 marks. Plus 200 marks overall. 200 marks overall. It means, as you know, that there are 4 papers of 100 marks. It means 400 marks are there of the JAIIB paper. Out of those 400, you have to get the 50% marks aggregate. It means 200 marks overall. So this is when you want to clear the JAIIB, all the 4 papers together. If you are going for individual subject in the individual attempts. Let's say in October, I have given all the 4 papers, let's say for example. But only those papers will be found clear in which I have got 50 marks. Let's say in IE IFS I got 50, in PPB let's say I got 49, in third AFM I got let's say 45, and in the retail banking let's say for example I got 35 for example. Now in that situation the criteria second won't be followed. Here only one paper I have clear which have a 50 marks. Now for the June attempt I have to give all the 3 papers. If you are not following these condition, the second condition, the combination of your minimum 45 marks in each subject plus the 200 marks every aggregate. If I'm not following this condition, then I have to have 50 marks in each subject minimum to clear the paper. Okay, whether that I got in 3 attempt or 4 attempt or 1 attempt or 2 attempt, but 50 marks are required. So the first criteria is simply saying minimum marks 50 to clear the particular subject, and to clear the JAIIB in one go, 45 minimum marks in each subject and 200 marks overall. Okay, let me know the passing criteria is clear to all of you. Let me know the passing criteria is clear to all of you. If you have any doubt, you can ask here. Okay, now next thing is the time limit in which you have to clear the paper. So when you register yourself for JAIIB, right? When you register yourself for JAIIB, from then you get the 5 attempts. Like in 1 year, there are 2 attempts. Okay, so you will get 5 attempts, or the 3-year period, whichever is earlier. So 2 durations have been given to you, that is 5 attempts, and the second is 3 years. Out of these 2, whichever duration or the attempt is earlier, in that situation, that is required to clear the JAIIB paper. If let's say in 5 attempts or in 3 years, whatever is earlier, in that you have not cleared all the 4 subjects. Okay, only 1 subject have been remained with the 1 marks, let's say. In all the other 3 subjects, you got 50, 54, 55. And in 1 subject, you got the 49 marks. And your 5 attempts or the 3 years period, whatever was earlier, have been completed. In that situation, you have to go for all the 4 paper in the next attempt. Okay, in that situation, all the 4 paper you have to attempt again. Clear? No credits will be given to you. So the 5 attempts or the 3 years, whichever is earlier, is the duration that have been given to clear the paper. Right? Now, this is what we have as your syllabus of all the 4 subjects. Each subject have 4 modules, right? Each subject have how many modules? Each subject have a 4 modules. So you can see here. Paper 1, IE, paper 2, PPB, paper 3, AFM, paper 4, your RBWM. So paper 1, Indian economy, Indian financial system have 4 modules. Actually, each subject have 4 modules. Okay. IE, IFS, Indian economic architecture, Indian concepts related to banking. A and B module are part of your Indian economy. So every one of you have studied the economic subject in a school. Might be some of you have a background in college as well, like in the education qualification. But everyone have studied the economics in school, right? So you all know about the A and B module, Indian economy, that we have to cover. Now the C or D part is your Indian financial system. That is related to the financial system of our country. Okay, C and D module is your related to Indian financial system. Both the C and D. C stands for Indian financial architecture, D is financial product and services. Now, what is financial system? When we talk about now, this is the part of Indian financial system. What is financial system? Financial system means the exchange of funds among the persons who have surplus money and the persons who have deficit of money. So when we exchange the funds among these people, that system is known as financial system, and it is regulated by RBI, SEBI, PFRDA, and IRDA, all of these regulatory bodies, and that's what the Indian financial system actually means. Okay, so Indian financial system and Indian economy, these are the two different subjects which bring together and made your one paper, that is Indian economy and Indian financial system. And trust me, this is the subject which will be seen as the toughest paper in the exam. When you will be studying the Indian economy, Indian financial system, you will be finding it a little easy comparative to the paper you will see, because to understand concept is a one thing, but to apply those concepts in the paper is a different thing. And that's when the IIBF is providing us the tricky language in the paper. Or so at that time, application of your conceptual knowledge is what required to clear the subject. Okay, then PPB have first module general banking operation, as you see in the banking sector while you are performing your banking operation. Then lending operation of bank, this is also you see in your day-to-day job. Then the banking technology, this is a kind of uh, banking technology is a kind of your module that you will find a little what we can say, you have not heard a lot of terminologies because it's all about the technology banking sector is using. Okay, that's why. And the fourth one is ethics. Ethics are what we actually see in our daily life. Hana, see in our daily life means like the good person we want to become, or the good person we meet somehow, Hana, in the journey of our life. Like it happens that you meet a certain person and you feels like that the person have a very positive vibes, the person is very ethical, the person is very honest, the person is having a very good integrity. So you started feeling like that you should also be like them, so you call them the idols of your, right? You started copy, you start copying them, you start being, try to being like them. So ethics is what which makes you a ethical person, which makes you a good person in context to your morals, your human values, your principles, etc. That's what you have to cover here. Okay, from the point of view of business. So these are the two subjects I will be taking care of. Then we have a paper 3 AFM, and the paper 4 will be your of retail banking and wealth management. There are certain units in your IE IFS, PPB, and retail banking and wealth management. These three subjects have a certain common units or the certain common content of the syllabus. Okay, when you start reading them, you will find it. Now, because this is a IEIFS class, so let's totally focus on this subject only now. So first of all, if we talk about this subject, things to remember here is that the subject have 4 modules, A, B, C, and D. Then the second thing is there are 100 questions. How many questions are there in the paper? 100. Then marks will also be 100, and there is no negative marking. That's a very good point. There is no negative marking. Okay, it's very good for us. Okay, then next. The more important part, like I am saying, there are 100 question. Out of these 100 question, you will find 25 question of 2 marks. Okay, you will find 25 question of 2 marks, it means of 50 marks. Then 25 questions will be of 1 mark, it means it's a 25 marks. Then there will be 0.5 marks question, 50 questions will be of 0.5 marks, it means again a 25 marks. So this is how your 100 marks will be created. So you will find the paper in distribution of the marks of 0.5, 1 and 2. These 3 mark question paper will be made for you. Okay, and how many number of questions will be there, of what marks and what marks they will be covering, that's what have been given here. Okay, this is a feedback we have got from a banker who have cleared the JIB in June 2024 paper. Okay, like these are the distribution of marks. Now, the pattern of questions in the Indian economy, Indian financial system, you will find is the first pattern is very simple or very known to everyone, that is one-liner questions. Okay, one-liner questions will be there. Simple questions, like the question is asking, what is the penalty of CSR on defaulting officer? That's simple. Amount will be given 1 lakh, 2 lakh, 4 lakh, 5 lakh, 10 lakh, whatever the amount is. It's a one-liner question. They're asking what is the current SLR, what actually your, for example, red hiring prospectus, or they can ask simply what is the full form of RHP. So these are the one-liner questions you will find. Okay. Then the second we have match the following questions. Right, 2 columns will be given to us and we have to match the correct ones. So the second pattern we have is a match the following. Okay, the third pattern we have here, filling the blanks. So filling the blanks will not be a kind of like we used to have in a schools. It's a kind of paragraph given to us, and in a single paragraph, the multiple blanks will be given. Okay, in a single paragraph, multiple blanks will be given to us. Clear? So the filling the blanks pattern question will be there. After that, the next pattern of question we have is statement based question. Statement based questions. These statement based questions will be toughest questions, because in a single question they will give 5 to 6 or more than that statements, and they will ask which of the following is correct or which of the following is incorrect. Okay, or true or false. These kind of questions will be asked. So on a single topic you will find that 7 to 8 or 5 to 6 statements have been given. Okay, then after that we have a numerical questions. We have what? Numerical questions. There are certain limited chapters in IE IFS in which you will find the numerical questions. But in June 2024, there was no numerical in the first shift. In second and third, there was one. But in the first shift, there was no numerical. So there might be the numerical question they can ask, or there might be they have not been asked. Around 8 to 10, or I can say 5 to 10. Hana? Marks question from the numerical point pattern can be asked if we find them. Otherwise, there is a no numerical question. Then we have a case study question. The case study questions chapter are very less, like from the insurance and the pension products, the schemes, hana? These kind of chapters are there on which the case study questions will be asked. Otherwise, there is no other chapter from where we will find the case study questions. So these are the pattern of questions we have. Okay, these are what? These are the pattern of questions we have.